Hello, partners. Yep, it's the NASCAR heavyweight champion C-RadTV back again. Of course, the Lions, we got our annual yearly tradition, the Thanksgiving game. So, of course, this year for the Lions will be playing host to those mighty Texans out of Houston. So, yeah, we're going to have ourselves a Texas-sized Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a big one because, as the old saying goes, everything's bigger when Texas is involved. And we got the mighty Texans out of Houston. So yeah, and for this Thanksgiving game, originally, this game is a tank bowl. Or, it would have been a tank bowl. But there's one teeny tiny problem with that. Houston can't tank if they want to this year. Because they don't have a first or second round pick this year. Because Houston's first round pick is property of the Miami Dolphins. And their second round pick is property of the Los Angeles Rams. Houston lost their first round pick in the Laramie Tunsil trade, and they lost their second round pick in the Brandon Cooks trade. So, yeah. However, though, this game is still a 2-for-1 game. This game is an injury bowl. And this game will be the second ever choke bowl. The Choker Bowl. Two teams that are very prone to choking. I did have an intro planned for this, but it fell apart, just like both teams. So yeah, for this game, let's go right into this game. So of course, for this game, the point spread has Houston favored in this game by 2.5 points. Honestly, I'm surprised it's not 7 points or higher, considering how bad the Lions have been the last month. Especially with the Lions getting blown out 3 times in the last 4 games. Like, I'm surprised that point spread isn't higher. But oh well. It is what it is. So yeah, overall in the all-time head-to-head series, Houston leads the all-time head-to-head series 3-1. The only time Detroit beat Houston was in 2004. Houston's won 3 straight meetings since. So, of course, for this game, Detroit is 1-3 at home. Houston is 1-4 on the road. So, one team's bad at home and the other team is bad on the road. Someone's got to win. Who will the gods shine on the smile on the brightest? We'll have to wait and see. So, of course, for the Texans, in terms of the key players, the main focus on this team, the main man on this team is quarterback Deshaun Watson. One of the most talented young QBs in the league today. Too bad that offensive line lets him fucking die every week. The fact that he hasn't got injured yet, I can't figure that out. Just magic. So, of course, at running back, they're a bit short on running back because the main running back they have, David Johnson, in his awful contract. Yeah, David Johnson can't stay healthy still, even on a new team. As Johnson's on the IR with a concussion. Well, I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same. So in terms of wide receivers, for the Texans, Kenny Stills is questionable for this game with a quad injury. And Randall Cobb is doubtful for this game with a toe injury. But they still got Brandon Cooks and they got Darren Fells and they got Will Fuller. Still some decent weapons for Watson to chuck that pigskin to. So in terms of the Texans defensive linemen, they got, of course, Brandon Dunn. And they also got the rookie, Ross Blackwood. And, of course, at defensive end, of course, you got one of the greatest defensive ends in his generation, J.J. Watt. A very talented player. The problem is, though, the last couple of years, he's had issues staying healthy. But so far, he's been healthy this year. So, hooray to that. So, of course, at linebackers, the Texans will also be without Bernadette McKinney, as he's on the IR with a shoulder injury. But they still got Zach Cunningham along with Whitney Merciless. But they are going to be without Brandon Scarlett. Brennan Scarlett. As he's on the IR with a forearm injury. And in terms of the secondary, you got the safeties, Eric Murray or Justin Reed. But for the corners, they will be without Baron Conley, who's on the IR with an ankle injury. Damn, they got a lot of injuries. But they do have Bradley Robbie. And of course, the head coach of this team now is Romeo Crennel. It was Bill O'Brien to start the year. But then the Texans started 0-4. And after that 0-4 start, the Texans finally fired Bill O'Brien. Almost 8 or 9 months too late. Honestly, the Bill O'Brien firing should have happened a long time ago. It should have happened after the playoffs when he blew that 24-point lead to the Chiefs. In one quarter. Within 10 minutes. And that blown lead was 100% O'Brien's fault. Especially with his dumb decision making. Like, if for Texas fans that want to defend that, they riddle me this. If you're not going to go for it on a 4th and inches on the Chiefs' 10-yard line, then why the hell would you fake a punt on a 4th and 4 on your own fucking 30? Honestly, that play call should have got Bill O'Brien fired on the spot. But no, what did the Texans do after? Reward him by giving him the permanent GM. And then last offseason, he proceeded to run the Texans straight into the ground. Mainly fucking up that DeAndre Hopkins trade. Like, if you're going to trade your best receiver, you don't come back with a 2nd-round pick and David Johnson's awful contract. But anyway, we'll save that for later. So, for the offensive coordinator, it's still Tim Kelly. He's also the QB coach. And the defensive coordinator is still Anthony Weaver. And he's also the defensive line coach. Well, so they got a lot of coaches doing 2 jobs at once. Damn. So in terms of the offensive rankings, the Texans' offense is ranked 19th. They're 8th passing the ball, and they're 31st running the ball. So yeah, the Lions should have no issues against the Texans rushing attack. I mean, seriously though, this defense ain't gonna make Houston's running offense look good, right? But anyway, the Houston Texans defense is ranked 31st, 2nd worst defense in the league, 22nd against the pass, and they're dead last in the league against the run, 32nd against the run. So, and yes, Swift should be back in time for this game. So Darrell Bevell and the Lions, there's one key to winning this game. I'm going to make it very fucking simple. Run the fucking ball. Give Swift the fucking ball. No more fucking excuses. I swear to God, if Swift cannot get 100 fucking yards in this game against the Texans defense, if Swift cannot get 100 rushing yards in this game, Bevell needs to be fucking fired. No more excuses. Because this offense should be better. But Bevell was holding them back from being good to being great. And of course, the next key, of course, is gotta get pressure to Deshaun Watson. Gotta fucking rush the passer. You gotta get pressure to Deshaun Watson. Because you can't give Watson all day to throw the ball. Give Watson all day to throw the ball, he's gonna fucking destroy this defense and rip it apart. It was bad enough this defense last week got fucking destroyed by a bum from the XFL. Now this week they'll be facing a real quarterback. But yeah. And of course, one of the things I said for the Texans that before the start of the year is I said the Texans would free fall this year. Because I didn't even have Houston making the playoffs this year in my playoff predictions. Yeah, because when I predicted Houston would miss the playoffs, you all thought I was fucking insane. You all thought, oh, that ain't gonna happen. Houston ain't gonna free fall. They're gonna rebound from that 24-point choke job in the playoffs, and they're gonna come back and be stronger. They don't need DeAndre Hopkins. They'll be better without him. Well, where are all those people now? They all went silent all of a sudden. It's like I know what the hell I'm talking about. Because you look at Houston's offense, they desperately miss DeAndre Hopkins. Because they've looked completely lost. And here's the bad news about this. Bill O'Brien really fucked this team up, really fucked the Texans over in the offseason. Like, he fucked them over so bad that I feel bad for the next general manager that comes in. Because really, Bill O'Brien put the Texans in such a big hole. It's going to take them 3 to 5 years to recover and try to dig out of it. Like, for the Texans rebuild, they're first going to have to fucking dig themselves out of the hole Bill O'Brien put them in. And then once they get out of the hole, then they can officially start the rebuild. And it's going to take 3 to 5 years to dig out of that hole. So I say to Texan fans is, it's going to get rough for you the next couple years. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if you trade Deshaun Watson just to get top value for him. I would not be shocked if Deshaun Watson gets traded within the next year or so. Even though he shouldn't, because he's the best quarterback you've had since David Carr. Because David Carr was a good QB. He just kept getting fucking killed because of his O-line being absolute shit. Yeah, but then he couldn't stay healthy as a result because he was left to die every week. But yeah, for this game, I think we can win this game. I think it's been a while with the Lions not being the Texans. And keep in mind, the last time the Lions played the Texans in Detroit, it was Thanksgiving 2012. And of course, that game also featured some controversial ref ball. Now, I actually look back at that game, I'm going to say it here. The refs were not 100% the reason why the Lions lost that game. Yes, that was a bad call because Forset's knee was down. But yet, the refs decided to be blind as a fucking bat and let him score a touchdown. But here's the thing about that play. You want to know what really would have helped the Lions in that play? You know what really would have helped them? Jim Schwartz not being a fucking idiot and challenging a touchdown when all scoring plays are automatically subject to review. Like, the reason we got really fucked there was because of Jim Schwartz being a fucking jackass and challenging a touchdown. When all scoring plays are automatically reviewed in the booth. Like, it don't get worse than that. And even after that, Detroit still had a chance to win the game still. Because that was like midway through the third quarter. Like, hell, Detroit even got the lead back in that game in the fourth quarter. Only to fall apart. And then lose the game on a field goal in overtime. Let's ignore that, though, and use the refs as a scapegoat. Because according to some Lions fans that want to use the refs as an excuse, they'll be like, oh, that fourth quarter lead the Lions took against the Texans in that game, even after the Lions got screwed by ref ball, you didn't see that happen. That never happened. Nor did the field goal in overtime. The only winner in that game from Thanksgiving 2012 was the victim complex of Lions fans. But yeah, that was a fucking bad call, but still, the refs were not 100% the reason why the Lions lost that game. Because the Lions still had a real lot of time to still seal the deal in that. And they couldn't. But yeah, also the main reason I think the Lions could win this game is simply because, this team is weird and inconsistent. Like, they always lose games they should win, but they always win games they should lose. And hell, we've even seen time and time before that the Lions look like shit against bum-ass QBs like P.J. Walker or Mitch Kissintitties. But they always seem to play well against the top elite level QBs. It's fucking weird. Like, this team is fucking weird as a whole. Like, one week they look like a Super Bowl contender, and the next week they look like utter shit and should be competing for the top pick in the draft. Like, this team can't fucking pick an identity. It's like, for fuck's sakes, make up your goddamn mind. What are you, a contender or a pretender? Can't be in the fucking middle. But yeah. Honestly, offense, run the fucking ball. There's no more excuses this time. If DeAndre Swift can't get 100 fucking yards against the Texans, that Daryl Bevell needs to be fired. Plain and simple. Because Bevell's play calling has really sucked this year, and he's really held the Lions back. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. And yes, folks, I did hear about the petition from last week or so. That petition going around about canceling all the Thanksgiving games this year, including the Lions Thanksgiving game, talking about ending the tradition. Because of the recent spike of COVID cases. And guess what the NFL has done? They're not canceling. This game is happening on Thanksgiving. So for all you fucking liberals that wanted this game canceled, suck on this. Go fuck yourselves. I'm gonna put my hammer down on this. Gotta beat the dead horse on this one. Don't fuck with tradition. Like, y'all seriously thought this game was being fucking canceled? Hell no. You ain't bringing the cancel culture here. Take your cancel culture garbage and get the fuck out. Don't fuck with tradition. Here's the one thing you all fucking underestimated. The NFL gives zero fucks. Nothing is going to stop them from pushing their agenda. I told you that at the start of the year. But man, here's one question I have for all the COVID-idiots here. For all the fucking COVID-idiots. When you applied for that government COVID relief fund from the government, did the government also ask for you to turn your balls into them too? Because man, all I have to say is, smells like bitch in here. Man, everyone that wanted this game canceled because of a spike in cases in COVID are a bunch of fucking pussies. Grow the fuck up. And hell, I had those recent spike in COVID cases. How many of those are real positives and not false positives? Because there is such thing as a false positive. But yeah, in today's society, the term common sense doesn't exist. Because people act off emotion instead of using common sense in their fucking brains. Like, fuck, this petition was even dumber than the ones the Lions fans came up with last year to boycott so the Fords could sell the team. This one's even dumber. Like, literally, I may have lost literally brain cells just reading that article. It's like, not even once in that article did they come close to something intelligent. So I hereby reward those fucking Detroit retard riders 0 points. May God have mercy on their souls. But yeah, need we say more? Like, that article was honestly fucking stupid. Like, literally. How fucking stupid can the Detroit sports media get with that shit? Yeah, the game's not being canceled. So yeah, fuck all you COVID-idiot Lion fans that wanted this game canceled. It's not happening. Take your cancel culture and fuck off. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna end this video off with a little analogy on stupid people. Maybe this time the fan base will fucking get it. But yeah. And to be honest though, I'm gonna probably end up missing the Thanksgiving game for the most part anyway, since I gotta work Thursday. So I may not have the review up till late Thursday night or early Friday morning. The video's gonna come out late because I'm gonna end up missing the game till work, and I'll be working till like 11 o'clock. And then when I get home, I then gotta head to the gym to get a workout in. But yeah. Anyway, I think I've gone on enough. That's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day. Let's go get a win on Thanksgiving. Get some payback on them mighty Texans out of Houston. But real quick, I'll give a shout out though to the one Texan vid maker I know of on YouTube, loyal to Houston, because he did give me a shout out in his preview. So hey, thanks man. Oh, so in return I'll give you a shout out too. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Peace.
Some people are really fucking stupid. Did you ever notice that? How many really stupid people you run into during the day? God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. And it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Take you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy. You say, this guy is fucking stupid. Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're full of shit. That doesn't take very long to spot either, does it? Take you about the same amount of time. You'll be listening to some guy and say, well, he's fairly intelligent. He's full of shit.
Now that's debatable. Now I believe there have always been stupid people, but the internet provides greater opportunity for stupidity to be expressed and paraded. In this day and age with the internet, ignorance is a choice, and they're still choosing ignorance.